Hi friends and welcome back to my channel. Today I will be sharing my October bullet journal setup with you all. Since it is Halloween in October, I did decide to go for a black and orange theme. I'm usually not one that makes a themed spread when it comes to Halloween or with any other holiday for that matter, but today I thought that I might as well embrace it. Please don't expect any doodles of like cute ghosts or pumpkins or anything like that. That's not really my vibe, mainly because I can't doodle. But instead you can expect a lot of playing around with orange and black stationery, paper, washi, stickers, all of that fun stuff. So I hope you enjoy. So I'm working on my first spread for this setup, and I actually took out a page from another notebook and decided to glue it into this bullet journal so that I could have a black background. So on the left hand side we will have just my header page. I will just try and write October. I'm personally very excited about October. I have a lot of fun things coming up. I'm moving in October. Also, it will be a month since I started my new job, so hopefully I will feel a bit more comfortable with all of that. These gel pens are amazing for writing on black paper. These gel pens in particular are from Flying Tiger. They have some great stuff. It needs to be a particular type of gel pen in order for it to show up on the page, but be on the lookout for them because they are that great. And I realize now that I did not complete the T in October, but okay, I'll fix it right when I finish recording this voiceover. To add a bit more edge, I guess, to my spread, I decided to do this sort of border or frame around my calendar and make it look like this jaggedy sort of paper. It's very easy to do and it looks quite nice with minimal effort, and this is probably the extent of what you can expect from me when it comes to doodles. I also cut out a few bits of paper from this little sheet I got with an Etsy order and just decided to glue them down on the page because at least the colors match the October vibe, right? I then also put down a post-it note and also did this jaggedy edge sort of thing. Not sure what I'm gonna write there yet, but I'm sure I'll come up with something. Moving on. I don't have any particular TBRs or readathons that I'm participating in October, so there won't be any spreads for that, but instead I have a lot of other spreads I want to do. I'm starting off with making a to-do page, basically just taking some of that black paper from that other notebook and then using these orange cat head stickers. Yeah, I got them with a grab bag and they're actually perfect for this theme. I was not so happy with how it looked. I thought there was too much black on that header, so I just took it off and trimmed it a bit and was definitely a lot more pleased with how it turned out afterwards. And then using some confetti stickers, and I focus on the orange and yellow ones so it would fit the theme. That's sort of it for this page actually. I didn't come up with much else. This will just be a simple to-do page where I get to fill out with things I need to do in October. I then took this orange post-it note, trimmed it a bit and used it as another backdrop. And then I'm using my stamps, also from Flying Tiger, and just made the header for my life tracker. As I always say, my life tracker is a habit tracker. I'm just calling it a life tracker. And here I track habits I want to keep up with during the month of October. Everything from drinking water, working out, whenever I use hair masks or face masks, and things like that basically. I'm putting down each date of the month so that I can actually track the habits. And also, apologies for the angle and the lower quality in camera. I broke my tripod. It was a very cheap thing from Amazon, so that's the reason why I don't have a completely perfect flat lay at the moment. Because of that, I also had to do some adjustments to the camera, and that's why it might look a bit blurry. This is probably the closest you will get to me doodling, making these tiny doodles for my life tracker. And then I had another black page that I decided to glue in. I had to trim it a bit, it was a bit too wide for this particular page, but then it worked out just fine. And this page I actually decided to have some fun with. This will be my spooky vibes page. I'm sorry, that sounded so stupid. I decided to make a page dedicated to all things spooky. As I said, I'm trying to embrace this Halloween theme, and in all of the theme spreads I always see, there's always like a page dedicated to that holiday or the season or something. So this is my equivalent of that. This is my spooky vibes page. Here I will try and come up with ideas for movies to watch that are a bit more horror themed, or horror books to read, even things I can bake that might resemble something scary. I'm not quite sure what I want with this page, but I'm giving myself the space to come up with different lists and things to check off for different sorts of mediums. You know what else is scary? Bills and being an adult and paying rent. So because of that, this next page will be my expense tracker. Yes, what a nice segue. No, honestly, I didn't really figure out where else to put this, so might as well put it next to spooky vibes. I think it looks good. I do have another expense tracker on my Notion page that I'm currently using, but because October is such a special month and I'm currently spending money like crazy, buying furniture, buying cutlery, buying things for my apartment and stuff, it's always good to have some extra control over your money. So this is another effort in doing that. Here I will just put down which date I buy something, what I buy, how much I pay for it, and then I'll also put down some sort of smiley depending on if that buy was like a good buy, a bad buy, or a sad buy. And you can see the little legend for that down below. So I will basically just make a square with some certain color for that thing. This spread will be my reading tracker and also my books read. I have talked about how I'm no longer really listening to audiobooks, not that I don't want to, mainly because it doesn't really fit into my reading routine anymore. Basically, I'm reading a lot more physically and am no longer really listening to audiobooks. Therefore, there is no need for me to have a audio tracker, and therefore I'm just going with a text tracker for this month. I'm making a square for each day in the month, and as I read for that day, I will just fill in that square. I also played around with another stamp in this way. I kind of felt like it almost looked like bats, and I really liked how some of them were stronger in the color and how some of the markings were more faded. I really like this. I should have done it on my next page as well, but this is definitely a technique I will remember for the future. It was so simple, it went so fast, and it definitely did something for the page at least. Next page is my books read. I don't have a particular TBR or any readathon I plan on participating in October, so therefore there's no need for me to have a TBR page. But I still want to keep track of which books I actually read. Therefore I just keep this books read page where I can jot down whatever book I have read and what I rated it. Typically I make this spread quite simple because I never know how it's gonna fill out, if it will be short, long, or in between. You never know. I'm just putting down a print of a book and then some more of these prints I got from that Etsy shop. And then unfortunately on this next spread, my camera will actually cut out, but this final spread will be my content calendar and video ideas. Same setup as I always do them. If you want that more in depth, you can just watch any of my other Plan With Me videos. But you get to see it now in the recap. We have my front pages, we have my to-do and life tracker where I added some more confetti stickers just to give it a little something something. We have my spooky vibes page and also my expenses tracker. We have the text tracker and also my books read. And finally, my content calendar and my video ideas page. Here you can see an overview of what it looks like. This is just for me to track my videos and my deadlines and when I work on videos basically. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Goodbye!
You gotta just go for it. Don't think about what comes